everybody, and welcome back to Fortnite Fusion, another episode for, I guess, Season 2. This episode we are going to be taking WWE superstar Sasha Banks, and we are going to be recreating the attire of Valor, the Fortnite skin Valor. So here we go, we're getting into the video here. We're going to start off with the top, and for the top we're going to need something that presses to the body very, very well. So I want to get into a little bit of why I chose Sasha Banks for this. My main reason is when I heard that this Valor attire, or Valor skin from Fortnite, looked kind of like Wonder Woman. The first thing that came to mind was Sasha Banks, considering at the first ever Women's Royal Rumble match, her attire was themed after Wonder Woman, and looking at more pictures of the Valor attire, I thought there is no better person to pick than Sasha Banks. The only other person that I would see good for this attire would be Charlotte, and I tested out Charlotte with this attire and it didn't really work out, so Sasha Banks was next, and doing this footage I thought it turned out really well. So right here I'm just mapping out the shape of the attire. It was kind of interesting doing this part, considering that in the Fortnite games the skins are a whole lot skinnier than most of the divas, or not divas, superstars on the roster, so it was hard to get the shape just right, but I feel like I came up with a really good compromise between the shape of the skin logos and the shape of Sasha Banks' body. So here we go, we're just applying the back part, and looking at it now, I kind of might have wasted a little bit of time on this, considering the fact that her hair covers up the back, but it is nice to have that detail in there of having the back, and here I'm just trying to get around the hair so I can make sure that I actually have it focused up. And then this next part, obviously we don't want to leave it all white, so we're going to go to color, and we're going to make sure that we get the right color. So we are in red, and I just want to change it a little bit, that way it blends in a little bit more. So that's the top. Next we're going to be doing the arms. We're going to go to arm bands here, and this one I thought worked out to be the best, and it's two colors. It is dark blue and teal, so this part you want to make dark blue, and then there's going to be a second part right here to make dark blue, and then the little bands around it are going to be teal, and I decided to lighten it up a little bit just to get it that right color. And you want to do this for the other arm as well. Moving on to the bottom parts, you want to go to bottoms, not belts. I made the mistake of going to belts. So here you're going to go to bottoms. I was searching for a specific bottom. I ended up finding it in the generics. It is this one right here that looks like just a skirt, but it's sort of like Tatanka's bottoms. So what I did here is I went back to that same top picture in my custom logos that I uploaded, but the way that I did the front is I also got that front part of the skirt. So right here I'm just positioning it here, that way the red goes into the skirt, that way it looks more seamless. And what you're going to see here up next is I'm going to try and copy the color of that blue onto the rest of it, and I think it actually turned out really well. I was very surprised with how close I got with this color. So there we go, we have that. And then we're going to move on to the boots. The boots were actually a little bit easier to find. It was actually one of the first options that I ran into. It's this one right here. They actually look really, really good, especially once I get the knee pads on here. As you're going to see, we're going to make these red. And then the other part, the bottom part of the shoe, you want to make those blue. And then this part right here, I'm just going to lighten it up a little bit just so the blue is more noticeable. And then on the third color, this one right here, you want to just leave that white, red, white, and blue. You got the Wonder Woman USA colors. It looks great. So right here, we're going to go to knee pads. And you want to get the same knee pad on each side. These knee pads, you want to make them dark blue on both parts. If you want to add a little customization, you can make them red or whatever. I'm just going for video game accuracy here as much as I can. And like I said, you're going to do it for both knees. Make it dark blue on each part. And just one final look over, and ladies and gentlemen, that is it. almost, actually, that is almost it for our Valor attire. Just looking it over here, we have to do the main part, the hair. Like I said, it wasn't really that much of a color difference for Sasha Banks here, so I'm taking this red color. It's kind of the same color as the top, although I did make it a slight bit darker, that way there was some difference. And here we go, we're going right into the color change. And this actually turned out really, really well, as you'll see here. I was contemplating whether or not I should change the color of the hair, although the finished product, it did look a heck of a lot better. It would have looked very strange with the purple hair, so I was very happy with how this turned out. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you like how this attire looks once you see the finished product? And what is your favorite Fortnite skin? And here we go, just finishing up. We just have to get the middle piece, and that's the hair. And really, like I said, it doesn't really look that much different. It might have just been like some highlighted color. But yeah, already looking really great as the Valor attire. And for the final piece, to get the headpiece, you want to find this in headgear, and you want to make that blue. I played around with a couple different things to do for the headpiece, but this seemed to be the best one. And that is going to do it for our Valor attire of Sasha Banks. She is the legit Valor. So leave me your thoughts in the comment section below. What did you think of this attire? I have been Jacob from the WRESTLEDUDE channel, and I will see you guys next time on Fortnite Fusion.